Whew. Hey guys, I just tried on my hairnet, so my hair was tied up, but I'm not gonna put it on until I get to the hospital. But I am nervous. I'm nervous because I am an emotional person, and anything that triggers my emotions, I cry. So I am just, I don't know what to expect. We do need to get 5 births. So I am doing an 8 to 8 shift at the hospital. And I really don't know how to feel about it. I really don't know how to feel. All I can think about is just how much this opens up for me after this transformative experience that I am going to have right now. I have never experienced a birth real time, my own eyes, never, ever, ever. So, this is gonna be pretty big. I know I'm gonna have so much to say after this. So guys, I'm not even gonna say too much. I will catch you on the flip side. I mean, I'm really happy to be able to share this with you. Man, I'm gonna just see you later. As you can see, guys, wait, I'm in my scrubs. I am in my scrubs. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I mean, did you know that when I was little, when I was a baby, I loved babies. If it was Christmas or my birthday, I wanted a baby. That's just what I wanted. And my mom was always getting me little black babies, and I just loved them. I decided at a very young age that I wanted to be a pediatrician. And I held that with me, but I wanted just the medical system in the west side of the world was just very discouraging. When you learn about natural ways and what it is that they're doing, my spirit did not take to it at all. To me, it looked like death, my opinion. Yes, there's a lot of need for doctors for certain situations, 100%, but the majority of how they push certain things on you, I couldn't be a doctor doing that. And look, my driver's here. I definitely could not be a doctor doing that and putting a woman and a child through that, which is going to affect them for the rest of their lives. I mean, trauma is something that we carry with us. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. But wow, to just even have this experience, to see that I'm going to be in a hospital. This will not be my first time, and I'm just going to continue assisting births until, I don't know, I guess for the rest of my life, right? Until I have my own children and whatever. But guys, I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace. Hey guys. First of all, I can barely even open my eyes, okay? 21 hours later, I'm back home after one of the most memorable days of my life thus far. So, spent 21 hours in the Women's Birthing Center. My very, very, very first time being right in the scene where babies are born. Okay, I have never witnessed anyone's birth physically ever in life. And there I was. One of those moments where if I would have went back 6 months ago and someone would have told me that this is what I would be doing here in Ghana, this is the experience that I would be having, I would have been like, wow, really? I wouldn't have understood how. This blood moon weekend has been so memorable in such a positive way. I don't even know where to start. So, Jaleesa and I, we partner up and we get there to do our night shift. And as soon as we get there, a baby just entered this realm. And we get there, we say, hey, Luna. We say hello to like one of our teaching leads. And Luna was basically assisting a young girl who was like 18. Okay, she had just given birth to her second child, and she was in a lot of pain because here in Ghana, at least at these types of hospital, this was a Catholic hospital. It wasn't a government hospital and it wasn't a private hospital. So I guess it was like one stage or level lower. They practice doing episiotomies because they feel that full on natural birth is almost barbaric, which is funny because, probably 90% of the time they don't need to do the episiotomy, and it's even healthier to rip. Okay, so an episiotomy is when you have to like cut that space between the vagina and the rectum, and so that way you make more room for baby to slide out the birthing canal. And so she's just in so much pain. Luna's holding baby, newborn baby, so beautiful, and she just is not having it. She is not having the nurses, the midwives, doctors come and try to sew her up because, they was being a little rough. It's tough when you're giving birth and there's no kind of like empathy and compassion for the mother. It's just get the baby out and do what you got to do, and this is just like a meat sack body, like let's do it. They were even getting frustrated with her, and this is a young 18-year-old girl having this traumatic experience. She even didn't want the episiotomy, but they did it anyway. So I totally get it, right? Anyway, so we were there to witness after. We didn't see like the baby come out, but we got there literally like a couple minutes after, and we were able to assist her, with some water and assist her with the first feeding, and really just, assist with bonding with baby, because she just was not really trying to bond with baby at first. It basically for most of the night. She was not trying to bond with baby at all. Even while she was sleeping, she had her back to the baby. And, who knows what the situation was with her and the pregnancy, and then also having that, very traumatic experience and just not being treated like, like a human being that is going through this process. And yeah, you just really feel it for these women, but they appreciate the, are you okay? Do you need anything? Because no one's really asking, right? No one's asking at all. And so that was my very first kind of experience, partial experience. For the rest of the night, we kind of just danced around, assisting. I need to stretch, guys. I really need to stretch. I need to stretch. Okay, so we really just danced around, assisting the postpartum moms, the ones who's given birth, or the ones that are what they said was sick. Like there was one mom that had twins, but she lost the twins and had to get a hysterectomy. And we were just, do you need anything? Like, are you okay? And really, that's really about it, because they don't speak too much English. They understand small, and that's it. Just to be, just to be there. And so we spent most of the night just waiting for a birth, guys, waiting, because we're supposed to get 5 births each. This is what the initial intention was, and the night was so quiet. Okay? It wasn't until 11 hours later. Ooh, my eyes. It wasn't until 11 hours later that this beautiful woman walked in, and she was in labor. She was, standing up, bent over. Her womb waves, which are contractions, her womb waves were coming in like every 4 minutes. And she was feeling it, and she was breathing through it. She was just a warrior. She was this little small lady with a small bump. Like, if you, she could have hit her pregnancy if she wanted to. Like, that's how small her stomach was. And she just sat right in front of me, and I just had a feeling like, wow, like, yes, this is her. Like, this woman, this baby came in to have for me to be a part of this experience. So she came in, and I asked her name and if she needed anything. Also too, like, Jaleesa picks up more on the language here a little bit more than I do, or at least like hearing certain things and then having an idea. She's been here for a year. I've been here for 5 months. I'm still in my fancy classes, guys. But yeah, so she just, she needed something out of her bag. Jaleesa was able to go and grab that for her, and she was feeling the contractions, and I just grabbed her hand, and she got what she needed out of the bag. So here's the thing. Here you come with your bag full of everything. I'm talking plastic that goes on top of the bed, along with the sheet that goes on top of the plastic, along with the other sheet that like soaks up liquid, so that way it doesn't get everywhere. I mean, you have to come with everything. It's not like going to the hospital and they have everything there readily for you, and they tell you, okay, go and spread your stuff down. And you, while you're pregnant and while you're in labor, while you're damn near about to give birth, have to go and spread your stuff out. And so I immediately took those things from her, because she's in pain, right? I don't even want to call it pain, but she's going through her womb waves, her contractions, and I took that stuff from her. I laid it down. I helped her up onto the bed. She didn't speak too much English, but whenever she caught them waves, like, I just grabbed her hand, and she was squeezing, and she was breathing through those bees. She was breathing through, just real good, real strong. And I'm just, you got this, your body's strong. You got this, you're doing good. And, the nurses, the doctors came in, they checked to see like how wide the cervix is, and it was about 7 centimeters, which means baby's coming. 10 centimeters, that baby's sliding out. So baby was coming, and they told her to lay down on her back. She was on her back. The waves were coming, and she was feeling it, and she was listening to her body, and she was like she came up onto her elbows, and then she kind of asked for us to move her, like sit her up. So I sit her up, but like grabbed her and was holding her like this. And it wasn't easy, y'all. It was not easy, because the way the bed was set up with the bed armrest, it was not comfortable for me to stand like that and then hold her. Like at a point, And when she was getting them contractions, she like I wasn't gonna, I'm not saying I was getting contractions, but like my legs were shaking, okay, because supporting her, but knowing that this is the position that her body is telling her to be in, but it's just too much for her to hold herself up and just feel all of what is going on in her body. It was just important to hold her this way. And so when I got tired, I was like, Jaleesa, can you take over? So one thing's for sure is having a birth assistant, if you need one, is A1. You may need it because it's a marathon. That's what they teach you. It is a marathon. Birth is a marathon. And you gotta have the right support there. No one expects you to do everything and be there for 152 hours. Not at all. You gotta know how to support her and yourself at the same time. So when Jaleesa took over, I was standing by, and her contraction, there's like a shift in her moans, right? They were getting longer and deeper, and Jaleesa even was feeling it, like holding her up was a lot. So she suggested she flip over and go on her knees. So she was like, yes, she's gonna do that. She went on her knees, and I immediately just had that pressure on her lower back, and just was doing some Reiki, some maternity Reiki. I even was able to like squeeze the hips and place like some like really good pressure on her lower back while she was having those contractions. And she was doing the thing, and like literally 5 minutes later I was like, wait a second, like the baby's coming down. Now, mind you, I have never been this up close in person to a woman giving birth, but I mean, you naturally just know kind of what to do and how to support her. So I'm doing it, and Jaleesa's right at her side. She's on all fours, and I'm like, listen, the baby's head, if it's not already showing, it's damn near about to come. And so it's just her and I in the room, it's just me, Jaleesa, and mom on the bed. The doctors hear her crying, but no one came. And she's doing it. Then the janitor comes in and says, hey, hey. And she's like, she went and she called the doctors, and the doctors came in, and we were like, I had that pressure on her lower back. Then the doctors they prefer to do things the way they've learned it, on your back, episiotomy. Like they want to be able to do things the way they know to do it. But we gotta like switch that and get back to my body is strong and the intelligence in my body knows what to do. We gotta get back to that. We need to get back to that 100%. I think this is why I will most definitely be a like hypnosis doula. Like we will be doing hypnosis throughout the pregnancy, so we can tune into the intelligence of the body, into the subconscious, and reduce as much pain as possible by removing the mind in like just by relaxing the body and like removing the ego out of the way, so the body can just do what it do, and things move faster, things move healthier, things move better. And it's just a much better healing process, and it's better for the baby. So anyways, doctors come in, and head is right there. She's crowning. So the doctors basically, here's the part that is not the best, but it is what it is. The doctors come in and basically like help the head come out fully, and then the doctors turn the baby to the left and pull that baby out, and then pull the placenta out. Well, first they pulled the baby out, put the baby on her chest, and then kind of did whatever they were doing, cut the umbilical cord, then took the baby to winch the baby off and do the checks, ways and all of that. And then the doctor pulled the placenta out, and she was good. She didn't even tear. She did none of that. She was good. She did that thing like a G. She did it. Okay. And it was a little baby girl born on a Sunday. So beautiful. Such a beautiful birth. Happened in like an hour. Okay. 7:15 that baby was born. 7:15. And it was so beautiful to have been able to have been a vessel to share this universal energy that she needed to get through that, because family wasn't allowed in the room. She would have just have been by herself if we weren't there trying to hold herself up on her back. It would have delayed the pregnancy. They would have came in, cut her, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been a whole different thing. And instead, she's like already in recovery, probably will go home tonight, and, walking around her, like her body, her uterus, like everything is already beginning a healing process on its own, right? But that was the most beautiful thing. I thought I was gonna cry, and I didn't. I did not cry. I don't feel nothing like crying. It was such a beautiful thing. I am so grateful to have been there. I'm so grateful to have helped with the pressure. I am so grateful to have helped hold her up. I am so grateful to have been an assistance to the body and what the body was trying to do. And I strongly believe that, she came in right at the right time, because if we weren't there and we were just quietly doing our thing with her, they would have came in and they would have did what they're trained to do, which is fine, but it doesn't always have to go that way, is what I'm trying to say. It can make things worse rather than make things better, right? But that was the experience, and it was just so beautiful being there for her. If she needed anything, she was just like, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. And, once the baby was all cleaned up, wrapped up, they put her in my arms to hold that baby, just 5 seconds old, was just so beautiful. She was so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. And it really just it was just really inspiring. It's so inspiring, to want to have your baby naturally. It was so inspiring to bring that baby, like to bring a baby into this world and it go beautifully. Mind you, she has had 2 kids in the past, so her body's kind of already prepped for it, but it was just such a beautiful experience, guys. Like, I can't even say that enough. And we just kind of stuck by her and made sure her and the baby were good. And then the baby, had her first feed. And again, like, just beautiful is the word. Like, I am so blessed to have this experience. I think that I just know I will be such a beautiful doula. I will be such a beautiful doula. I am so excited to start teaching prenatal yoga classes and postpartum yoga classes. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. It really just stepped my purpose up a notch. It really has. And I cannot thank the universe, God, enough. This has been a beautiful surprise. This has been a beautiful surprise. And guess what, guys? After them 21 hours, I am about to eat, sleep, and bring my ass back, because we got a whole nother night. I got another shift happening tonight. I'm really hoping that we can get another birth in, at least 2 births in, and just have another wonderful, beautiful experience. Maybe it won't be the exact same, but it will be beautiful just the same. I'm just so blessed. So that was literally part 2 of my experience. Ultimately, class has been super inspiring. I love working with T. Luna and Tyrell, Jaleesa, and of course, Dr. Akua. She's so beautiful and just has such a wealth of knowledge on just all things holistic, you know. And you know, if anyone does happen to be in Ghana and they want to be, you know, certified in being a holistic doula, there is another class happening in February. And I'm thinking, I don't have the details, but if anybody is interested, I will definitely leave the details, the link below, so that way you can contact her and sign up for the next one happening February 2022. But thank you so much, guys, for joining and listening to my very first birth story. And I hope I have more for you guys next time. But otherwise, peace, love, and prosperity, infinite gratitude, and check out all the links below. Peace.